We've got our own biker in training, Jacqueline Sarkeesian, live from the Expo Center with an up-close look at this year's rally. Morning, Jacqueline.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Just wanted to let you know that I listened to LaGrange after that last live shot, after you shamed me publicly. Thank you very much for that. Oh. But I thought this was really cool. This was really neat. The co-founder told me that people from every state will be at this rally. He also says that they're expecting this year to be the largest crowd that they've ever had before. And a lot of that is due to the big performer performing tomorrow night. We already know who that is. ZZ Top is performing this year, and there are also way more events this year. Jerry Bragg, who was one of the founders, says based on how many campers and RVs that have already set up camp and the number of tickets sold, this will be the rally's biggest year. They're estimating it will bring around 200,000 people over the next 3 days, and since there is such a large crowd, they're reminding people to be extra cautious. Police are urging drivers to look twice for motorcyclists before turning or changing lanes. Meanwhile, these bikers are gearing up for a great weekend. One gentleman rode all the way from Temple. He's been coming for 20 years and says this year he's most excited for the big name performer.
Oh yeah, I like the vendors. I like to watch the builds, some of the craftsmanship stuff. Some of these bikes are incredible. And then there's always the music. So they got a good lineup for the music, and just a good getaway.
The rally kicks off with a big parade later tonight. That's set to start at 7:45. Something else that's new this year, they're selling day passes. They've never done that before. So people can't come all 3 days. No need. You can buy a day pass and just come here to the Expo Center and have a good time. Back to you.
All right, Jacqueline. Thank you very much.
Got a hog behind you?
Oh, yeah. So we have moved inside one of the tents. And you guys, check out all these amazing motorcycles. I mean, this one we've got here, it's a BMW. This one, look at the detail. There's a mermaid on there. So pretty cool stuff happening in this tent. But yeah, this year, the Rot Rally is breaking records. Organizers who have been planning this event say they are expecting roughly 200,000 people coming and going for the next 3 days. This is the 23rd annual Rot Rally happening here in Austin. It started back in 1995. And for those of you who may not know what this is, a co-founder tells me it's a celebration of all things motorcycles. It's also the largest turnstile motorcycle rally in the country, which means you have to pay to attend. This year, 300 vendors will be selling everything motorcycle. There's going to be new races, new performances. The rally is widely known for its bike parade, which really kicks things off. Bikers will leave the Expo Center tonight at 7:45 and ride up Congress, where the parade ends at the Capitol. Organizers are telling me, you know, this rally is for everyone, not just for those who love motorcycles. If you're going to the rally tomorrow, you're going to see this guy on stage. This is me taking a selfie with Billy Gibbons, one of the members of ZZ Top. The band is headlining the event Saturday night. We're told having a big name performer like this helped bring in such a large crowd this year. That performance tomorrow night at 10:30. Lauren or Dave, whoever I'm talking back to, really like this bike, sidecar. So I'm going to be the driver. Yes. One of you.
Oh, I'm total sidecar material over here.
I'm big.
I have no interest in riding. I want to be in the sidecar for sure.
I got to be honest. I want to be sidecar too. Yeah, you can take the wheel, Jack.
Okay.
Lauren and I'll fight over the sidecar.
Ride a bicycle. Are you sure?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the sidecar will keep you in the rails too.
I'm good with that.
That's a good deal. All right, thanks, Jacqueline.
Better safe than sorry.
That's right. Jacqueline Sarkeesian, live from the Expo Center with a look at this year's rally, an up-close look at some of the bikes. Jacqueline.
Yeah, Dave, we're in the builder's tent, and you can see there are so many cool bikes in here. This one is called Insanity, this black one, pretty cool. Then we've got this Harley Davidson, big loops, and I personally really like this one. Look at this tire, it's ginormous. The bike's name is Why Try? Wonder if that's because they're asking people, you know, why try? Why try this bike? You're probably gonna hurt yourself if you ride it, but The organizers tell me that this year will probably be the biggest crowd that they've ever seen. One of the reasons is because ZZ Top is performing this year and there are more events happening. Jerry Bragg, who is one of the founders, says based on how many campers and RVs that have already set up camp and the number of tickets sold, this will be the rally's largest year. They're estimating it will bring around 200,000 people over the next 3 days. And since there is such a large crowd, they're reminding people to be extra cautious. Police are urging drivers to look twice for motorcyclists before turning or changing lanes. Meanwhile, these bikers are gearing up for a great weekend. One gentleman rode all the way from Temple. He's been coming for 20 years and says this year he's most excited for the big name performer. Yeah, so take a look at this bike again, called Why Try. I mean, this wheel is massive, but the rally really kicks off tonight with the downtown parade. That starts at 7:45. We know it leaves the Expo here, goes to Congress, 11 miles long. Expect thousands of people to be a part of that parade. So, of course, just be on the lookout for all those bikers driving downtown. Dave, back to you.
Yeah, you'll see it and you will certainly hear it. All right, Jacqueline, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Amanda, by the end of the morning show, I'm going to know exactly where everything is at the Expo Center for the rally. I mean, it's hundreds of acres, but we're going all over the place. But we are back in this tent where they have these amazing motorcycles. Kevin Dunworth here is kind of responsible for all of this. You're saying that this year, it's different than years before.
Yeah, what we've been able to do from people all over the country and even the world is get a really diverse crowd of really good custom builders here. So as the rally changes, you're getting a lot more, different style bikes than just years before.
Yeah, so we've got, you were saying the BMW, and then not just the Harley Davidsons, but a wide variety.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when we used to do rallies, you'd have pretty much a lot of cool custom bolt-on stuff. But, as the scenes changed, I mean, you have here a 70s style shovel head built by a rather young man right next to a BMW R75. And with that, we have a lot of different attendees coming in that like to see those things. And the level of craftsmanship, as this being a higher end show in the nation, we get a lot of the really good talent here because it is a money show. I mean, they win actual money here.
So what is the prize? Are people able to buy these bikes, or when you say money show, what are you talking about?
Well, you have a lot of shows that you go and you get this little plastic trophy or something like that, and Rot Rally kind of steps it up, and there's first prize cash money, thousands of dollars at stake here. So we have a freestyle class as well, and the freestyle class, the winner gets to go to Cherokee. If they win in Cherokee, they actually get a free trip to Germany to represent the United States in the AMDs, which is the World Championships.
Wow. So one of the bikes that really caught my attention, can we walk over here? Yeah. I'm sorry. Love this. Beautiful. I love how it's, got some glitter to it, black, gold. Talk a little bit about this bike.
This is really neat. This is as you can see, a museum quality piece. It's a Moto Guzzi, so again, it goes to that fact that rather than it being traditionally old school Harley, this is a 70s Moto Guzzi that a guy named Tim Skates built. And the really neat thing is, this guy is another example. He's competing in the freestyle and the pro class, and he's a home builder that works out of a storage container.
What?
Yeah, he did all of this himself in a storage container.
Oh my goodness, how long did it take him to build this?
I'm not entirely sure, but each one of these bikes in here has similar stories. Some of these guys are pros. I myself, we build bikes, we do motorcycle events for a living. Mm-hmm. This guy, he does oil drilling or whatever he does for his day job, and then comes in at night and puts these together.
Is this bike for sale?
I don't think this one's for sale just yet, but obviously with the amount of detail and the price that you can get in these things, a lot of guys will show these bikes for a little bit and try to see how they can do with it. Obviously, being creatives, we're always kind of thinking about our next project. Yeah. So I'm sure one day you'll see this one pop up and it'll probably go for good money.
Oh yeah, I bet. Very expensive, maybe a little out of my price range. Because I was considering maybe I could buy this, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for giving us all that knowledge about what's happening here. Of course, we're live all morning long. Travis County Expo Center. We've got much more coming up in 30 minutes. Back to you.
It is going to be such a fun weekend here in Austin. And wow, you got a first row seat to all of those very cool bikes. Jacqueline, check in with you a little later.
Yeah. Good morning, Dave. You know, these bikers that have been camping here for the past few days are slowly waking up now, but a lot of excitement happening here. Like you mentioned, it's supposed to be bigger and better than ever before. And one of the reasons why, it's because ZZ Top is performing this year, and there are also more events happening. Jerry Bragg, who is one of the founders, says based on how many campers and RVs that have already set up shop here and the number of tickets sold, this will be the rally's biggest year. They're estimating it will bring around 200,000 people over the next 3 days. Since there is such a large crowd, they're reminding people to be extra cautious. Police are urging drivers to look twice for motorcyclists before turning or changing lanes. Also, these bikers just gearing up for a great weekend. One gentleman rode all the way from Temple. He's been coming for 20 years and says this year he's most excited for the big name performer. Yeah, so for a lot of you, if you're interested in seeing ZZ Top perform, I want to show you, Kyle, work with me here. That is the stage I was lucky enough to go on an hour ago, but that's the stage ZZ Top is performing tomorrow night, 10:30. The rally kicks off with an 11-mile parade downtown. It leaves here from the Expo Center around 7:45, so Dave, just expect thousands of bikers a part of that parade, and I'm sure you're also going to be able to hear it, not only see it.
Absolutely. All right, Jacqueline, thank you very much.
I'm sure people are getting up and at 'em now, Jacqueline.
Oh yeah, people are slowly starting to wake up, Lauren. We've noticed a few people brushing their teeth and rinsing their mouths out with some water bottles because, you know, they're camping here at the Expo Center for several days. And we have moved now to one of the racetracks. This is new this year. Alex Mox with DRT Racing joining us live now. And this is something that you've put together, correct?
Correct, yeah. We partnered with the Rot Rally, and what they did was they built an amazing track for us. Capital Excavation came in, graded it for us. We got 30-foot wide dirt section. It's a quarter-mile dirt section with a quarter-mile asphalt, and it should be for some good racing. It's a combination of road racing with flat track and motocross, and the platform is a traditional motocross bike with road race slick tires.
So people have to register to be a part of this race?
Correct. This is an AMA-sanctioned, American Motorcycle Association sanctioned event. It's a national champion series where they all chase for the #1 plate, which is the most prestigious award in supermoto racing.
So an average Joe like myself, we just can't be a part of this, right? Because we don't know what we're doing. We need experience.
Absolutely not. We do have a national amateur class that we welcome everyone to come out and try it out. We also offer a sportsman class, which supermoto kind of costs a little bit of money to convert everything to the full-blown race bike. So we allow everyone to come in with a sportsman MX class where they could come on their traditional motocross bike, 21-inch front, 19-inch rear, and give it a shot. Our traditional supermoto is some of the riders use 16, 16 and a half, and 17-inch front and a 17-inch rear. So the tires are really small and they're slicks. So you would think you get no traction on the dirt, but once you see these guys rip around, you'll be like, you're going to be pretty amazed what they do on a bike. And
yeah, and they go pretty fast because you said they really get around once 45 seconds. Is that correct?
We haven't tested it yet.
Or is that not very fast? It sounds fast to me.
It's pretty fast, but we have a longer dirt section, so it may take longer. When it's just all asphalt, I mean, these guys get going. Some of the tracks we're at, we get over 100 miles per hour.
Oh wow.
So this one, we probably won't be hitting that. We'll probably hit maybe about 50, 55 down a couple of these straights.
All right.
Dirt will probably be about 20, 25 miles per hour.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, Alex, thanks so much for talking to us. We appreciate it. Have fun. I'm glad you finally made it to Austin. You said you've been trying to get here for some time now. But if you guys want to come check out this race, it starts at 9 o'clock this morning, and then there will be several more all throughout the weekend. So good stuff happening here. Back to you in the studio.
And Fox 7 Austin's Jacqueline Sarkeesian's been out there at the Travis County Expo Center this morning, having a lot of fun. Let's check in with her again. No toilet bike this time, Jacqueline?
No, I needed to give the toilet bike back to the owner. He was kind enough to let me use it for that live shot. But how hysterical was that toilet? But this is actually what we're about to do right now. Great cause. Sophie is the owner and operator of GT Moto. She built this bike with her father, and this bike hopefully will be going towards something very great. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a very great cause. My dad and I do charity bikes every year. We do one custom bike per year. This year we've partnered up with the Rot Rally team and Russ Brown, and we were honored enough to be able to create a custom motorcycle for veterans. So we are actually one out of 3 groups, father-daughter groups, that are in the custom motorcycle scene. And we were able to come up with this bike, and what they're going to do is they're going to pick one veteran on Saturday night, and the veteran will be able to choose one out of the 3 custom bikes, and the other 2 bikes are going to be raffled for different charities that support veterans.
That's awesome. Why is this so important for you? I mean, I imagine it's a very special thing because you and your dad do this together, but then one of your bikes will be going towards a veteran. Talk a little bit how special that is for you guys.
I mean, it's already a great feeling to ride motorcycles, and to be able to create something that you're very passionate about and put your style into something, it makes the person riding it feel that much better to know that it was for a bigger cause than just, you know, yourself or just the look of riding motorcycles. It's a great opportunity, and I'm very lucky.
And you and your father, specifically the colors and everything, specifically for a reason. Tell people why you guys picked those colors and stuff.
So it was really cool because they didn't really give us a direction. They kind of left it up to us for design. The colors is something actually my dad has really liked, the Desert Storm color, and this was a perfect bike to be able to take that on. The design itself, we're very inspired by Art Deco. The design is a pretty, you know, not famous, but a very common Art Deco theme, but the actual little chevrons in there is something they do use in the military, and it shows the different ranks, so it just ended up being perfect.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us a bit about this bike and your history. Her shop is out of Dallas, Texas, and then this bike also designed by another father-daughter duo, and you can see there's another symbolism of the Army and whatnot with the airplanes and the tanks and stuff. So far 2 of the 3 bikes we've seen, these are the ones that veterans will be able to ride, so pretty neat there. But Rot Rally is for the next 3 days, and Lauren, like you mentioned, thousands of people in town. Really kicks off tonight with that 11-mile parade into downtown Austin. We know several thousands of bikers will be a part of that. And also, Lauren, we know ZZ Top is performing tomorrow night, which is expected to bring a large crowd.
Oh yeah, I guess that's why they think it's going to be possibly the biggest yet. I'll tell you what, that parade downtown, something to see and hear if you haven't before.